Open your refrigerator right now. Pull out that mustard bottle. Read the ingredient list from third ingredient onward, not the first two, which are water and mustard seed, because what comes after those two simple ingredients in every brand we are naming today is a chemical stack that no one making homemade mustard would ever add to their kitchen counter. And one of those brands, the one positioned as a premium gourmet condiment since 1777, currently owned by Kraft Heinz Company, named in San Francisco's landmark December 2, 2025 ultra-processed food lawsuit, People of the State of California versus the Kraft Heinz Company et al., was tested in April 2026 by Lead Safe Mama, an independent third-party laboratory, and returned a positive result for cadmium, a heavy metal classified by the International Agency for Research on Cancer as a Group 1 confirmed human carcinogen with documented effects on kidney function. That gray jar sitting on your condiment shelf, the one that says it has been made the same way since 1777, it tested positive for cadmium in 2026. Stay with me through brand number 7, because by the end of this video, what you thought was a simple condiment choice will look very different. In this video, 3 verified facts will permanently change how you read a mustard label. First, Grey Poupon Dijon mustard, manufactured in the United States by Kraft Heinz, tested positive for cadmium in independent laboratory testing, published April 6, 2026 by Lead Safe Mama, an Oregon-based consumer safety testing organization. The tester noted that mustard is essentially a grass that grows close to the ground, and that cadmium-contaminated fertilizer is widely used across American farmland today. Second, Engelhofer honey mustard, produced by Beaverton Foods of Beaverton, Oregon, contains both high-fructose corn syrup and calcium disodium EDTA, the synthetic chelating preservative that researchers have documented poses risks of kidney stress, mineral depletion, and accumulation in the body with long-term daily exposure. Third, according to Ingredient Inspector's December 2025 analysis of the American mustard market, the majority of mainstream mustard brands contain at least one ingredient classified as not in kitchen, meaning no home cook would add it when making mustard from scratch, including synthetic flavor compounds, industrial thickeners, artificial colors, and chemical preservatives not present in traditional mustard recipes. Why mustard additives are specifically dangerous after 60. Mustard should be one of the cleanest condiments in your fridge. Traditional mustard made from seeds, vinegar, water, and salt contains beneficial compounds like glucosinolates and selenium, both linked to lower inflammation and better cardiovascular support. But many commercial brands add ingredients that can create problems for older adults. High-fructose corn syrup has been associated with increased inflammatory activity that may worsen metabolic and heart issues. Calcium disodium EDTA, used as a preservative, may interfere with mineral balance and raises concerns for people with kidney problems. Another issue is turmeric contamination, since turmeric gives mustard its color, and some studies have found heavy metal risks, such as cadmium, in certain turmeric supply chains. Cadmium can accumulate in the body over time. Choosing mustard with short, simple ingredient lists may be the healthier option for daily use.
Grey Poupon Dijon mustard, produced by Kraft Heinz Company, headquartered in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania and Chicago, Illinois, a company named in San Francisco's December 2, 2025 ultra-processed food lawsuit, was submitted by consumer safety researcher Tamara Rubin of Lead Safe Mama to an independent third-party laboratory and tested positive for cadmium in results published April 6, 2026. Rubin noted that as a grass-based plant growing close to the ground, mustard readily absorbs cadmium from soil where cadmium-contaminated fertilizer is used, a documented agricultural reality across American farmland. The Grey Poupon mild and creamy Dijon variety additionally contains modified food starch, xanthan gum, artificial color, potassium sorbate, and calcium disodium EDTA, 5 synthetic additives absent from traditional Dijon mustard. Despite marketing that references a recipe unchanged since 1777, the American version produced by Kraft Heinz contains ingredients that the original 18th century French formula never contained, including synthetic preservatives and industrial thickeners. French's classic yellow mustard, produced by McCormick & Company, Inc., headquartered in Hunt Valley, Maryland, is marketed as America's #1 mustard brand per Statista 2025 data. Its ingredient list includes natural flavors, a classification that, according to the Environmental Working Group in December 2025, could contain anywhere from 50 to 100 sub-ingredients that food manufacturers are not required to disclose individually on the label. Ingredient Inspector's December 2025 analysis specifically flagged French's for containing this not-in-kitchen compound, alongside its otherwise relatively simple base. The turmeric used for French's yellow color carries the same documented cadmium absorption risk from soil contamination identified in mustard plants generally. Here is the number that stops most people: 13 ingredients. That is how many components appear in the label of Engelhofer honey mustard, produced by Beaverton Foods, headquartered in Beaverton, Oregon. A mustard made at home from scratch, honey, mustard seed, vinegar, salt, requires 4. Engelhofer's 13 include wheat flour, soybean oil, xanthan gum, high fructose corn syrup, calcium disodium EDTA, citric acid, and natural flavors, alongside its actual mustard components. The simultaneous presence of both HFCS and calcium disodium EDTA in a single condiment creates the dual pathway inflammatory and mineral depletion problem documented in the biological mechanism section. HFCS activates the cytokine cascade that drives cardiovascular and metabolic inflammation. EDTA simultaneously depletes the very minerals, calcium, zinc, magnesium, that your cardiovascular system depends on to regulate blood pressure, nerve conduction, and muscle contraction. For a senior with hypertension squeezing honey mustard on her sandwich every afternoon,
Brand 4. Golden Spicy Brown Mustard, ConAgra. Golden Spicy Brown Mustard, now owned by ConAgra Brands, Inc., headquartered in Chicago, Illinois, a company named in San Francisco's December 2, 2025, ultra-processed food lawsuit, is the third largest American mustard manufacturer by volume per industry data. Golden's labels state the mustard is made using 100% natural ingredients, but the product contains natural flavors, the same undisclosed flavor compound flagged by the EWG as potentially containing 50 to 100 sub-ingredients. Golden's original founder was awarded medals for quality in the 1869 and 1883 American Institute competitions. The company's own Wikipedia entry notes that the Golden's mustard sold today is not the same formula as the mustard that won those awards in the late 19th and early 20th century. What won those awards was a clean-ingredient artisan mustard. What sits on supermarket shelves today is an industrially formulated condiment owned by the corporation named in San Francisco's December 2025 landmark consumer protection lawsuit. Brand 5. Heinz Yellow Mustard, Kraft Heinz Company. Heinz Yellow Mustard, produced by Kraft Heinz Company, the same corporation whose Grey Poupon tested cadmium positive in April 2026, and whose parent company is named in San Francisco's December 2025 landmark lawsuit, positions itself as America's classic yellow mustard, alongside French's in the condiment war for the American table. Heinz Yellow Mustard contains natural flavors and artificial flavors, the latter being a category that includes petrochemically derived synthetic compounds. It also contains the turmeric coloring that carries the same cadmium soil absorption risk documented in Grey Poupon's laboratory result. For a senior buying a Kraft Heinz mustard and believing she is choosing differently than buying the Grey Poupon that her neighbor was warned about, she is purchasing from the same parent corporation through the same supply chain using the same agricultural turmeric sourcing. Brand 6. Stadium yellow mustard, McCormick. Stadium yellow mustard, also produced by McCormick and Company, is the bulk yellow mustard dispensed at hot dog stands, sports venues, and food service operations across the United States. It contains modified food starch, natural flavors, and artificial color, 3 synthetic processing ingredients added to achieve visual uniformity and shelf stability across the enormous volumes produced for institutional food service. The artificial color component, used to maintain the bright yellow appearance at scale, represents the exact category that California's AB 418 food safety law and FDA food additive reviews have increasingly targeted for restriction and disclosure. For a senior attending a sports event, a county fair, or a community barbecue where stadium mustard is the available option, she has no label to read, no ingredient list to check, and no way to avoid the artificial color she may be specifically trying to eliminate from her diet following a medical recommendation. Safe brand number 1. Primal Kitchen Organic Dijon Mustard. Primal Kitchen Organic Dijon Mustard, produced by Primal Kitchen, a Mark Sisson brand, headquartered in Oxnard, California, carries USDA organic certification, non-GMO project verification, and is simultaneously Whole30 approved, certified paleo, keto certified, vegan, and gluten-free. Its ingredient list contains organic mustard seeds, organic apple cider vinegar, water, sea salt, organic spices, and organic turmeric. No artificial additives, no high fructose corn syrup, no calcium disodium EDTA, no xanthan gum, no modified food starch, no natural flavors with undisclosed sub-ingredients. The EWG Food Scores database assigned Primal Kitchen Organic Spicy Brown Mustard a No Processing Concerns classification, the cleanest possible rating in EWG's methodology. Ingredient Inspector's December 2025 Comprehensive Mustard Analysis specifically named Primal Kitchen as a closest to homemade mustard for both the Dijon and spicy brown varieties. For a senior who wants the documented anti-inflammatory benefits of genuine mustard seed without the chemical stack added by industrial manufacturers, Primal Kitchen delivers exactly what traditional mustard was before food science industrialized it. Available at Whole Foods, Target, Costco, and Amazon. Safe brand number 2. Annie's Organic Yellow Mustard. Annie's Organic Yellow Mustard stands as a rare example of simplicity surviving inside a highly processed food system. Produced by Annie's Homegrown, a subsidiary of General Mills and headquartered in Berkeley, California, the product carries both USDA organic certification and non-GMO project verification, 2 labels that, when combined, signal a tighter level of ingredient control than most conventional condiments on the market. The formulation itself is strikingly minimal: distilled organic white vinegar, water, organic mustard seed, salt, organic turmeric, and organic spices. Just 6 ingredients, no hidden additives, widely available through major retailers including Whole Foods, Target, Kroger, and Amazon. Annie's Organic Yellow Mustard occupies a unique position: accessible, affordable, and unusually clean. Check your fridge right now and grab every mustard bottle. Scan the label for these warning signs: natural flavors, artificial color, high fructose corn syrup, calcium disodium EDTA, modified food starch, or xanthan gum. If any appear, that mustard may be loaded with unnecessary additives, sweeteners, preservatives, or thickeners instead of simple traditional ingredients. Popular brands often flagged include Grey Poupon, French's, Ingelhofer, Golden's, Heinz Yellow, Stadium Mustard, and Great Value. Many shoppers never realize what's hiding behind the label. Better choices? Primal Kitchen Organic Dijon and Annie's Organic Yellow stand out for short ingredient lists, USDA organic certification, and cleaner formulations. Same mustard function, cleaner ingredients, no chemical stack. Next week, we expose salad dressings and one additive linked in a major study to higher type 2 diabetes risk. Share this with someone who uses mustard daily.